Good morning children, I hope class 6 children are watching this video and I hope you must be keeping well. As already we have started integers and in last class we had seen exercise 4a. I hope basic concept already you have got of integers, and we had to see, it was told last day that we will start new topic in the same integer operations on integers. So, today we are going to start operations on integers, and under this what we are going to see today, few solved examples have been given that will be seen. Rules for addition of integers we will see, properties of addition of integers we will see, and already this topic is not new for you, already you have learned before, successor and predecessor of an integer we are going to see. So, let us start. Here you have operations on integers, addition of integers. First operation is addition, then you have subtraction, multiplication and division. So, first operation we will start addition of integers. We have learnt how to add two whole numbers on the numbers. We shall extend the same method for addition of integers using the number line. So, let us see. Here you see, if it is being said adding of minus 3, adding of minus 3, it means what? You need to subtract 3 from the given number. If minus 3 is there, it means you are adding to that number minus 3, it means you need to subtract the subtract minus 3 from the given number. Suppose if you have, you need to add suppose you need to add 5 and minus 3. If suppose we need to add 5 and minus 3, so what finally we will do? 5 minus 3, it means 2 we will get. It means finally what you are doing, 3 is getting subtracted from 5. So, if minus 3 is required to be added on 5, or if any negative integer is required to be added on positive integer, we need to move left side, because the value will decrease. So, if value is decreasing, it means we need to move left side, and if value increases, we move to right side. But if negative integer is required to be added on the number, we need to move left side. Here one example you have, here you see, add plus 7 and minus 4 on the number line. If you want to understand, suppose 7 is required to be added with minus 4, then how we will simplify? 7 and plus into minus will be minus 4, it means 3. It means if any negative integer you have that is required to be added with the positive integer, what you need to do, that number is required to be simply subtracted from the given number, and we have got 3. Now, on number line, with the help of number line, if you want to solve the same question, suppose this is your number line, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 you have, 7 you have, and you need to add minus 4. It means what? If negative sign is there, you need to move leftward. So, just you count 1, 2, 3, 4. We have moved from 7 towards left. From 7 we moved towards left, and where we reached at 3. So, your answer will be 3. So, in this way this is required to be done. Next you have plus 3 and minus 8 on the number line. We need to add plus 3 and minus 8. Again the same thing is required to be done. Suppose this is your number line, positive number you have 3. Now, since with 3 you need to add minus 8, negative number is there. So, if negative number is there, you need to move left side. So, 1 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So, 8th point what you have got? Minus 5, and this will be your answer. Then you see, add minus 3 and minus 6 on the number line. The same thing is required to be done. Suppose you have, here you have minus 3, this one is minus 3 and minus 6 is required to be added on this. So, since again if this is minus 3 and this is minus 6 and this is required to be added. So, if negative sign is there, you need to move leftward. So, if you are moving to leftward, here you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So, where you have reached? Minus 9. So, your answer will be minus 9. What rules are there? You see, rules for addition of integers. Rule 1 you have, if two positive integers or two negative integers are added, we add their values regardless of their signs and give the sum their common sign. So easy it is. Suppose if any number you have either in positive sign both and or negative sign in both. Suppose you have 5 and 3, both are having positive sign, and then you need to add. Simply what we do? We add the number. And suppose if they have negative signs, suppose you need to add this. What is required to be done? Regardless of their sign, numbers are required to be added. Just you add this and sign will be of their own, it means negative. And here you have positive, so positive sign has not been given. It means if it has not been given, it means this is positive. So, if same sign is there, either positive or negative, numbers are required to be added and sign will be of their own. It means if positive numbers are being added, positive sign you will have. If negative signs are being added, negative sign you will have. That you need to remember. So, here you see in example, using the rule for addition of integers having like signs, we get 27 plus 19, just numbers have been added and sign is positive. Minus 42 and minus 35 numbers have been added and sign is negative. So, if like signs are there, like signs means plus plus or minus minus, numbers are required to be added and sign will be of their own. Means if negative negative has been added, negative sign will be there, positive positive have been added, positive sign you will have. Example 5 you see, add the integers minus 5928 and minus 965. If you are adding this, simply what is required to be done? Simply you add the number, sign will be negative, that is it. Rule 2 what you have? To add a positive and a negative integer, we find the difference between their numerical values regardless of their signs and give the sign of the integer with the greater value to it. Suppose with very simple example you see, suppose you have two numbers of opposite sign. Suppose you have 5 and minus 3, positive and negative, and this is required to be added. What is required to be done? If two opposite signs are there, we need to subtract the smaller number from the bigger number regardless of their sign. It means just you see, if they will not be having sign, it means in that case your 5 is bigger number and 3 is smaller number. 3 is required to be subtracted from 5, so that you will get 2. Now we need to see which sign we will put. We will put plus or minus. So we will see regardless of their sign, which is having the greater value. So 5 is having greater value and sign is of 5 is positive, and that is why your answer will be positive. If the same question you would be having in this way, suppose minus 5 and plus 3 you have. The same thing is required to be done. If opposite signs are there, smaller number is required to be subtracted from the bigger number, and if you are subtracting regardless of their sign, you will get 2. Now, you need to see which sign is required to be put, negative or positive. In this case, again we will see regardless of their sign, which is having the greater value. 5 is having greater value, and that is with negative sign, and that is why your answer would be negative. So, in both the case, if opposite signs are there, just you see, opposite signs were there, and in both the cases we did subtraction. So, if opposite signs are there, we need to do subtraction, and smaller number is required to be subtracted from the bigger number, and sign will be of bigger number. That you need to remember. Here you see 5 was greater, and that is why bigger number we had 5, and that was with positive sign, answer we have got with positive. Here we had negative sign, and that is why answer we have got negative, but subtraction we did in both the cases, and after subtraction we had got 2. But here in this case we have got positive sign, in this case we have got negative sign. Here you see some examples have been given. Minus 36 plus 19. So, minus 36 and plus 19, just you see this is required to be subtracted, you have got 17. Now, which sign we need to put? We will see the greater number. See, regardless of their sign, 36 is greater, and that is why the sign of 36 will be taken over here. Here you see subtraction has been made, you got 22. Now, regardless of the sign, which is greater, 49. So, sign is of 49 is positive, and that is why in answer positive we have written. If same question we would be having, suppose 49 minus 49 and 22, then what answer we would have got? Minus 49 and 27, suppose we would be having, then what answer we had got? We would have got 22, the same. But sign would be what? Minus. Why? Because here 49 is greater value, 49 is having greater value, and 49 is with negative sign, and that is why negative answer you will get. Here you see, add minus 2056 plus 679, again negative sign, positive sign, two unlike signs are there. Numbers are required to be subtracted from the greater number, smaller number is required to be subtracted from the greater number regardless of their sign, and then sign is required to be seen, which sign we will put, we will need to see the greater number. So, greater number is having negative sign, and that is why in answer we have taken negative. Here also the same case is there, it is required to be subtracted, and sign will be positive. Why? Because 236 is lesser than 573, and that is why sign will be positive. I hope you understood. And then we have properties of addition on integers. First property we have closure property of addition. The sum of two integers is always an integer. The sum of two integers is always an integer. If any two integers you are adding, as we had seen in whole number. So, if you are adding any two integers 3 plus 5, you will get 8, 3 minus 8, it means minus 5, minus 3 minus 9, minus 12, 16 and minus 7, what we have got? 9. So, these all the numbers what we have got now, they are all integers. It means when two integers are getting added, you will get the sum integer. Second, you have commutative law of addition. If a and b are any two integers, then a plus b is equal to b plus a. It means, suppose example you see, minus 3 plus 2, it means minus 1, and 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 1. It means a plus b is equal to b plus a. Either you write a plus b or b plus a, answer will be same. Example has been given, you see, minus 3 plus 8 is equal to 5 and 8 plus minus 3 is equal to 5. Therefore, minus 3 plus 8 is equal to 8 plus minus 3, means a plus b is equal to b plus a. Then next property we have associative law of addition. So, these all the properties whatever have been given, that must be there in your notebook. You need to write each and every law or property with proper example, so that it will be easier to revise. If a, b, c are any three integers, then a plus b plus c, a plus b in whole is equal to a plus b plus c when b and c, b plus c is in whole. So, this associative property is true for this addition of integer also. So, just you put any value in place of a plus b, a, b and c, and just you find out, you will get LHS is equal to RHS. Next you have, if a is any integer, then a plus 0 is equal to a and 0 plus a is equal to a. Already you have seen in whole number also. If 0 is being added to any integer, value does not change, the value of that integer will be the same. Suppose 1 plus 0 is equal to 1, minus 5 plus 0 is equal to minus 5, 100 plus 0 is equal to 100. So, 0 is called the additive identity, that you need to remember. 0 is called the additive identity. The sum of an integer and its opposite is 0. Thus, if a is an integer, then a plus minus a is equal to 0. Sum of an integer and its opposite. Suppose you have 100 and its opposite means minus 100. And when you are adding this, it means you want to get sum out of this. What you will get? You will get 0. So, any two integers are there having opposite signs and you are adding, value is same, then answer you will get 0. Here you can see 3 plus minus 3 is equal to 0, minus 3 plus 3 is equal to 0, and that is why the additive inverse of 0 is 0, that you remember one thing. And additive inverse of any integer, suppose additive inverse of 3 is minus 3, additive inverse of minus 4 is 4. Why? Because if you are getting sum out of this, you will get 0, and that is why they are called additive inverse. Of the number which, the integer which is having opposite sign, they will be called additive inverse of each other. Means 4 will be called the additive inverse of minus 4 and minus 4 will be called the additive inverse of 4, and the additive inverse of 0 is 0, that you need to remember. Then we have successor and predecessor of an integer. Let a be an integer, then a plus 1 is called the successor of a and a minus a will be called the predecessor of a. That already you know. If any number is being added, means 1 is being added in any number, you get the sum, that is called successor, and when you are subtracting 1 from the given number, you get the predecessor. The successor of 19 is 20, the successor of minus 18, just you are adding this, it means you are getting minus 17. So, these things you need to know and these things you need to understand. The successor of minus 18 is not minus 19, the successor of minus 18 is minus 17. Just you see in number line, suppose if you have minus 18 over here and minus 17 over here. Successor when you are getting, it means you are moving rightward. So, minus 17 will be right side to minus 18. So, successor means on number line just you visualize that should be right side. So, which one will come? Minus 18 and successor of minus 18 will be what? Minus 17, because you need to move right side. And in just opposite way, if predecessor we need to find out, we need to visualize the number should be in left side. So, 1 is required to be subtracted. The predecessor of 10 is 9. The predecessor of minus 20 is not minus 19, that is minus 21, that is predecessor. So, you need to visualize left side if predecessor is there. If successor is there, you need to visualize right side, and if predecessor is there, you need to visualize left side. Find the sum of minus 8 23, minus 32, minus 17 and minus 63. These are very important, because here only children do mistake. Generally they do not understand, and this is the very foundation period for you. You must try to understand, and so many questions you must solve, so that you must be practiced well. So later you must not be having any problem. In this type of questions, what is required to be done? All the positive numbers are required to be written together, all the negative numbers are required to be written together, and then we need to see which one is bigger and which one is smaller. Smaller is required to be subtracted from the bigger, and sign will be of the bigger number. Here you see minus 8 plus 23 plus minus 32 plus minus 17 plus minus 63. Now you have got minus 8 plus 23, you have got 15. So in this way this has been solved, but better way will be what? If bigger numbers are there, what is required to be done? Just you see, this is also okay, but better way is what? All the negative numbers you write together. Suppose you have minus 8, minus 32, minus 17 and minus 63, and positive number you write together, only one positive number you have, plus 23. Now what is to be done? This all the negative numbers already you have seen. If two negative integers are there and you need to add that, what is required to be done? Only numbers are required to be added and sign will be negative. So here also the same thing is required to be done. These all the numbers are required to be added and sign will be negative. So when you are adding these numbers, what you will get? This 40 and this is 80 and 40, 120, you will get minus 120. We have added the number and sign we have taken negative. Here we have 23, so plus 23 we will write. Now you see, if you are subtract, just you see what we have learnt just now. If unlike signs are there, we need to subtract smaller number from the bigger number. You need to subtract 23 from 120. So if you are subtracting, you will get 97. Now which sign you will have? Your sign will be of the bigger number, it means minus. So your answer will be minus 97. So this is the better way I would suggest, that all the negative integers you write together, all the positive integers, if suppose more would be there, should be written together. Then separately they should be added. Negative integers should be added together, all the positive integers should be written together, added together. Then we need to see smaller number and bigger number. Smaller number is required to be subtracted from the bigger number, and sign will be of bigger number, and that will be your answer. Find an integer a such that 2 plus a is equal to 0. So easy it is. Just you see what we will add to 2 so that we will get 0. It means minus 2. Here what is required to be added on minus 6 so that we will get 0? 6. So already additive inverse you have seen. So additive inverse of minus 6 is equal to 6, and then only you will get 0. Additive inverse of 2 is minus 2. When you are adding, you will get 0. Then we have one more example, a plus minus 6, so the same thing is there. So a plus minus 6 plus 6 is equal to 0 plus 6, or in this way you can do, but that was better. As I said, additive inverse of this we need to find out, or in this way also you can do. What has been done, you see, a plus minus 6 plus 6 if we will do, then we will get 0. It means these things we have done ourselves. 6 we have added, so that we have means a plus minus 6 plus 6 is equal to 0 if you need to get. So here also we need to get we need to add 6. Both sides 6 has been added. By associative law of addition and property of 0, we have got a plus minus 6 plus 6 is equal to 6, and a plus 0 is equal to 6. So it is better, only you need to write, no need to do these things, only you need to write over here, since additive inverse of additive inverse of minus 6 is equal to 6 and therefore A will be 6. This will be your answer. In this way it will be better to write. So, I hope all the solved questions you have understood, and properties properties or law of addition we have seen, and even we have seen how to add. We have seen rules for addition of integers. If two positive integers are there, how we will add, if two negative integers are there, how we will add, and even we have seen the properties also. So, up to here you have understood each and every properties as I told you, and theory part you must write in your notebook with example, so that you can remember properly, and then you need to start exercise 4b. I hope you will be able to do all the questions by yourself, otherwise we will see in next class. Until then, thank you.